Hello everyone, I'm Extra Cheesy 87 and this is Let's Play Trails Through Daybreak Part 26. In the previous video it's nighttime, it's sleepy time, it's also talking time. We talked to people, we got tasked with tracking down a man who left a gun at the food truck, and who knows what sort of hijinks they might be getting up to, what sort of mental state they have. Apparently they're at the cinema, and you know, the fate of their life depends on how good Golden Blood actually is. Hey detective, good to see you.
See the movie.
I want to patrol the shopping district. You never catch a break, do you? Yeah, I feel like I'm always swamped with work. Being a detective isn't as easy as it sounds. But at least these patrols give me a chance to run into hot babes like you, so it's not all bad. Is he hitting on us? Ew. This guy's a walking, talking department scandal in the making. What's wrong? Why'd you get all quiet? Oh, fuck. Oh, God, please. Okay, can we just pretend this didn't happen? I can't afford another citation, or else they won't really do anything, but I might have to get moved to another district. I always thought this guy was a gross playboy. Now that I've talked to him, it turns out he's just gross. I may be single again, but that just means I'm a free man. Now to start meeting some new people. They just frown at me? Nah, I must be imagining things. I hear this guy's got a new girlfriend every month or so. Definitely something wrong with him. My dad's company's being featured in the magazine again. It's such a peppy magazine too. He looks completely different from the way he acts at home. It's insane. Not saying there's anything wrong with acting more like a businessman when you're in entertainment. I just wish he didn't push his views onto me. I come from a long line of merchants. Supposedly this place used to be a trading company a long time ago. But my grandparents converted it into a bookstore after they saw the number of book lovers in Edith, and well, here I am, still selling books. You've ever wondered what we do with the other floors of this building? Floors 2 through 4 constitute our enormous storehouse. Thanks to the wonders of orbital computers, we can manage an enormous inventory, which means even more books for our customers. My ancestors were all talented business people in their own right, and I, for one, intend to maintain that legacy. I'll do whatever it takes to stay one step ahead, whether that's managing our inventory with computers or collaborating with authors. I want the store at the head of the pack.
I see.
It's okay. I'm sure buying books online won't catch on and be a thing and then turn into somehow accidentally become the largest corporation ever. You're probably secure in the future. Now to check our inventory. If I'm smart about this, I might be able to get this done ahead of schedule. Why in the world did she need to get a job? Maybe Ren. They tricked me. It's been too long. You may be wondering, why is the extra NE there? Cause fuck you, that's why. Looks like somebody goes to Aramis. Why is he working at this bookshop? I'm curious, but I don't have to ask. I'll just leave him be. She wouldn't go out and get a job unless it was for a good reason. I'm gonna have to talk to Ren about this when I get back. Man, bro is squatting.
A droplet of paradise can intoxicate more than the sweetest of wines. Discover
Chen, why'd you have to finish your work so soon? I thought you were gonna be late, so I bought you some food to surprise you. What a waste. That stings a little. I worked really hard to get out early so we could sit down and have dinner together, you know? Not that I don't appreciate what you did. Thanks, son. Wanna grab something else on the way back? I've been so busy pitching in with the other sections in the paper that a demand for stories about ethnic tensions in Calvert is through the roof. Yeah, that's enough of that. Come on. Let's eat somewhere and go home. Yeah, where are we eating, guys? I really would have preferred to be done with my work by now. Unfortunately, the other editors like to think their literature section guys like me have all the time in the world, so they hoist their crap on me. The news section's especially bad. I end up hearing about things I really would rather not know about. Why do you feel like our brother write for other sections of the newspaper so much? He's supposed to be in charge of the book section, but he says they have him writing about racial tensions and stuff for the news desk too. Even though the economy section bugs him for work, I feel so bad for him. Maybe because he looks like a guy who's too polite to say no to anything.
Did you know?
Did I know what? Did I know what? What? You can't... This is the part of the video where I just make noises. When it comes to criminals who've been making a splash around Edith lately, the first one that comes to mind has got to be Didn't we already do this? She targets evil corporations and corrupt officials, and she's daring too. She sends a calling court. Most interesting part, she's not even doing it for the money. She's out to expose wrongdoing. Okay, I think only just those first two sentences were the same as last time. I think this is different. Another thing about Grimcat, she had a so-called declaration published inside a tabloid at one point. We can't know for sure if it was written by the real deal, but maybe she's nothing more than attention-seeking. Always possible, I guess. For someone who's supposed to be a well-intended thief, Grimcat can be on the showy side. That's all part of her charm. According to my book, she's also stirred up trouble during two other periods about 25 or 24 years ago, as well as half a century ago. Author theorizes that maybe it's a title that's been passed down, but that sounds kind of ridiculous. Yeah, that shit would never happen. It's in a comic book. Next, you're gonna tell me the demon Yin isn't 1,000 billion years old or whatever. I think it's like 100, but... 1,000 billion sounds cooler. Who knows how many years that is? People seem to look down on part-time jobs, but you can actually learn a ton from them, in my opinion. I hope my brother... Who looks down on part-time jobs? What kind of straw man did you just make up, lady? I hope my brother considers it one of these days. He doesn't have to become a part-time pro like his big sister or anything. His perspective on things could use a little tweaking, that's all. He's going through puberty, so I can sympathize. Nothing like having a smoke while reading some comics after a long day at work. I never buy business magazines because they make me sick. I need to unwind. It's time for me to head home. Wait, what? It's already that late? I always lose track of time when I get invested in a good comic magazine. Good evening. We still have a little time left before our last call, so please feel free to take a seat and relax. It's not what you'd ever hear if you actually went into a restaurant close to closing time. They'd probably put poison in your coffee if you actually did order anything, especially if you were like, hey, can I get 2 pumps? How about you get 2 pumps to go fuck yourself? I try to stay open late so that these customers who need a place to unwind after work or school can come here should they please. Now that the weather's starting to turn cold, I'm looking forward to serving my customers warm, soothing cups of coffee.
Welcome. Thank you for coming. We await your next visit.
Wait, who do we miss? Oh, you. Ah, sober curious. There's a film with some meat on its bones. It's more or less a thriller. They did an excellent job depicting the duality of human beings. Get it, duality? Because she's got 2 different colors of hair. They're pretty on the nose with the metaphor, I guess. It certainly wasn't perfect, but I'll gladly take it over the cheap fluff that's being churned out. Better than that golden blood nonsense. Shit had a 5-minute close-up of her feet. The hell was that all about? It seems I have some time to kill until my dinner with the senator. Now, what to do in the meantime? Are you doing a field sobriety test, sir? I get along well enough with the Patriot League senators, and compared to the previous administration, they're much more tight-lipped. They won't utter a word about matters pertaining to the presidential office. There's a dense air of secrecy surrounding all that. I'm starting to think he might be a bad guy, that president. Travel Times is a media organization with a lot of history behind it. It's probably the most trusted name in news within the Republic. Lately, we've been partnering with other entities to get our work on radio, online news broadcasts, and outdoor screens. In case you didn't know, the Travel Times has been in business for over a century. We supported the Democratic Revolution when that took place. In fact, Editor-in-Chief Sullivan's own grandfather is said to have been in charge of reporting on Sheena Jerk herself, or himself. Isn't that amazing? Well, look at you! I'm sure a good-looking guy like yourself could use some equally attractive company. Hear me out, I can take you somewhere with a lot of gorgeous girls. I'd absolutely love to have you, as long as you pay. You in, pal? You see a barker. Sorry, I ain't in the mood for anything like that. Go try your luck on someone else. Cool as a cucumber, even when he's shooting me down. The girls would go crazy over you as long as you can pay. Well, when you're in the mood, come talk to me, my man. I can set you up with our VIP package as long as you can pay. There aren't supposed to be any adult businesses around here, but I guess that doesn't mean there can't be some operating under the radar. If there's one thing our girls have got, it's amazing hips and a desire for money. They know how to twist and move them just right, and that sounds they make with those silky smooth voices of theirs, You gotta experience it for yourself, my man. Yeah. Pass? Like I should, that just made me so fucking depressed.
Let's see what we've got.
Notes and requests. I don't think there's anything good info here. Okay. I mean, it looks like the damn exclamation point's right there, but I guess it's actually on the inside.
Hey, did you see? There's a new movie.
There's a new movie. Did you hear that? I thought they just had the one with the damn rocket ship hitting the moon. Well, I guess it was also that one. It was just a horse. See, damn, that movie was pretty good. It was a dude on a horse. I couldn't tell if it was really short or really long because it just kind of like I couldn't really figure out when it ended. Crap, I've seen 3 movies tonight. It's almost curfew back at the dorm. I can't help myself. Salvador Gotti's movies are also perfect. I never get tired of watching them. And Nike Marsu's performance is so eerie yet captivating and sober curious. Screw it, I got nothing to do tomorrow. I'll come back to the theater tomorrow morning and hang out for as long as I can. You ever taken in a late night show here by any chance? The theater likes to put on deeper movies that you won't find during the day. It attracts a different crowd. You should try it sometime. Especially if you got some damn old popcorn with you. And if you do, make sure to take some popcorn with you. That always goes best with movies no matter what time of day you see them, day or night.
Hey there. What'll it be?
Caramel corn.
See ya.
Nah. I think I already said that. I think caramel corn's the good. Good for sure. I mean, anything with caramel in it's like pretty good, but I actually prefer a salted or even like a cheesy type popcorn. I mean, I think just like standard salted buttered popcorn is probably the best. Can never go wrong with a nighttime trip to the movies. What do you got planned tonight? Sober Curious. Oh yeah, I think it's the woman's got a lot of history with a certain gambler on there. Also playing This Side of Heaven, wouldn't mind seeing that. Which one should I check out? Or should I just forget about it and move on? You can watch films. Select a film of choice at night and watch it with a friend to better your connection with them. Select a film during the day, you can choose up to 2 people to see it with. My God. This Side of Heaven? I don't know, that sounds like... I don't know, it sounds like a Lifetime movie. Oh, I don't know about that one.
Thank you for your visit today. The showing on screen 1.
Good evening. Thinking of taking in a movie tonight? You should. You'd be surprised just how varied they can be these days.
Please proceed to the entrance.
At night, we mainly show movies that cater to more dedicated cinephiles, as well as reruns of famous films. Some are rather mature and require an age restriction. Those are often shown during our nighttime screenings.
Movie on sale at the shop.
Show me the full TNA version of
Buy a souvenir to remember your visit.
Golden Blood. Good evening. I'd be interested to hear that we show different movies here during the day and night. My top recommendation would be Sober Curious, which received a nomination at the Tharvad Film Festival. This Side of Heaven has also found a large audience despite its small budget. People love its intricate portrayal of a medical
The
intern's
showing on
struggles.
Screen 2 will soon begin.
Can we talk?
If you
Oh
have
yeah, I
a
remember
ticket,
him. He was
please
here
proceed
earlier.
to the entrance.
Unfortunately, he's gone now. Killed himself right in front of us. The movie he wanted to see was no longer playing today, so he left. He appeared rather dejected.
We have
Gotcha,
merchandise
this
for
guy's
the
a hard
fans
one
on
to
the
track
shop.
down. Anything else you can tell me about him? Certainly, before he left, I remember him saying something like,
Remember your
"This
visit.
always happens to me." I also heard him mutter something that sounded somewhat concerning. Oh yeah, what'd he say? I believe he mentioned feeling frustrated about losing something he'd gone to great lengths to attain? And they'd be better off putting an end to everything as soon as possible so he could finally be at ease? Yeah, that definitely qualifies as a concern.
Showing
Thanks
on
for
Screen
filling
1
me
is-
in. And just about confirms my suspicions. All the more reason I hurry up and find him. Only question is, how exactly does he plan to put an end to things? I guess there's always that. Those things should be running at this hour. I'd say his chances are good. That's what he's gonna try for. What, like a train? Train underground after leaving the theater? I knew it. I knew it.
Here to remember your visit.
It's actually he's just trying to finish like a delivery or something so he can go home and be with his loving family that he's super excited to see. You were a fool for thinking he was suicidal. Oh, the gun? Actually, that is just a gun made of chocolate. It's the new special. Honestly, Van, you should have known about it. I thought you were supposed to be an Andalusia freak. Calhoun, you know the customer who booked the entire restaurant earlier? Yes, what about it? It kind of bothers me I never got to do any serving that entire time. Did I do something wrong? Was I rude somehow? You were fine. It sure seems like something was going on. It's bothering the heck out of me. The fact that he was serving upper management can only mean one thing. You must be one of them. That would explain why he always looks on guard. I'll take your order whenever you're ready.
Do you know what you want?
Fuck you. I'm reporting your ass to Sal.
I hope to see you again.
Keep me with the... have you decided what you want yet? Brother, I've been looking at the menu for a quarter second. Calhoun, hey Calhoun, are you listening to me? Welcome back, Mr. Archive. What brings you here of all places? Haven't you had your dinner by now? Don't ask questions you already know the answers to, lady. Did Sal get you in a snippy mood? Poor thing. When he asked me to order that dried fruit, I was wondering what he needed it for, and now I have my answer. I'm not one to take sides on these things. Sal and I come from different families, but I know this much about him. He can be very persuasive. From what I've heard, it's customary for the 8 elders who run Heiue to come from each of the different families. If I had to guess, Mal's probably at the same level in the organization as Sal, but she doesn't serve the same role as him. Not like I care to know the inner workings of these people. I'd be eating a lot of my dealings with them if I didn't.
Well,
I'm not one to take sides. After all, Sal and I come from different families, but I do know he can be very persuasive. But Langport is quite a rowdy city these days. Are you sure you don't need a little insurance going into a place like that? This is already a pain in the ass, and we haven't even started. I'm sure he only gave you a challenging job because he knew you could handle it. You may also be interested to know that we have a pair of intriguing guests on the 2nd floor. Hopefully they enjoy their time with us. We always aim to please. Intriguing guests,
Well.
eh? Is it? I don't know you two. Oh, you're the 2 bracer guys. I was like, am I supposed to know these 2? Or I did think bracers. I thought it was going to be Elaine and Zen, but it's time to announce the results. Junior Bracer Gray Arnold from the Republic of Calvard. Congratulations, you passed the test. We hereby recognize you as being... This motherfucker did the whole damn thing in a day? What? Bro, Calvard's cooked. He did the whole test in a day? Don't you have to do like a continent spanning adventure? Motherfucker didn't even save the damn country from a coup and a giant robot underneath the Capitol? Dude just said, hey, can I have my slip that says I'm a very special bracer boy? And they said, yeah, sure. The fuck? Thank you, man, am I relieved. I was worried what was gonna happen at the end there. Right, did we talk to you, or did we talk to you guys? I'm pretty sure we talked to you, like, in this in-game day. And even if it was in the last chapter, that's still only been like a couple weeks, man. It's tradition for the instructor to wrap things up with a good hard punch for the examinee. You sure took it like a champ, I'll give you that. You got some growing to do still, so keep on working at it, got it? Right, I won't let you down, Lahad. That's the spirit. Keep up that attitude and you'll turn out to be a fine bracer one day. You're telling me he's not a fine bracer yet, but he's a senior bracer? Shouldn't we establish that he's fine before we turn him into a senior bracer? I'm telling you, man, the Bracer Guild's cooked. They ain't been the same since they let Arios back in, man. They lost all credibility. Just anybody can become a senior bracer and you ain't got to do nothing. Just say, hey, can I have my participation slip? Bullshit. Eat upgrade, today's on me. That's really nice of you, I appreciate it, but there's one thing that's bothering me a little. It's a Haley restaurant, isn't it? Is it really such a good idea for people like us to be out here so in the open? What are you talking about? You're still worried about that? Don't you realize they're already vetted us as soon as we walk through the door? Who's to say we didn't also come here to do a little espionage and see what the other guys are up to, huh? What? Gotta be kidding me. I had no idea that's what you had in mind. You play a lot dirtier than I thought. Just kidding. I really like their noodles. In order to become a senior bracer, you have to get a recommendation from every branch. Is there only just the one branch? I only got my first one. Have a long... Wait, what? Well, they said you... Oh, maybe I misread it. What? I guess he just means just for this branch. Okay. Still, he did it in a day? But that is more reasonable to just get the request for one branch in a day. But, yeah, I see, like, the way I read it as, you're now a senior bracer, but they mean that we qualify you as this one branch in particular. Okay, maybe the Bracer Guild isn't as cooked. They're still partially cooked, though. Should not have let Arios back in. I mean, I'm even a bit of an Arios defender, but I do think him just getting to rejoin the Bracer Guild was, like, kind of cringe. As long as I keep at it, I know I'll become a senior bracer one day. I have to stay energized and keep on trucking. Don't worry, those guys won't harm a thing. This is all pretty educational in its own way. I think I'm ready to turn the heat up and go somewhere a little hotter now. Next train should be here any minute. Gosh, I really can't wait to get back home and see my wife. Something up, buddy? Not sure it was a heavy sigh. Might be a bit if you're waiting for the train. Sure you want to stand that long? You can talk to me. I already know your plan anyway. You're gonna jump in front of the train and put yourself out of your misery, right? What the fuck? No, obviously not. I just really tuckered out from a hard day of work. Who are you? There's some guy who was asked by a stall owner in Riverside to deliver something. And he pulls out his gun. Dad put the fear in him. He'd be like, actually, I figured out I do want to live. As soon as you pull out the piece. You forgot your cake bag there. Ah, so that's where I left it. I planned to use that to end it all after enjoying a few drinks and some music. But by the end, I got so drunk I forgot all about it. Lucky for you, I'm here to give it back. Before I do, though, I'm curious. What made you want to resort to that to begin with? I suppose you're going to try and change my mind, huh? Not really. I'm not planning to butt into your business, just when I know is all. Almost feels like you're treating this like some kind of entertainment. I don't take it the wrong way. You got a lot more life experience than me, so I was thinking something like this would be useful to know. I can learn not to become a fucking loser. Yeah, sure. So I can't imagine anything I can say will be of any use to you. You can find stories like mine around every corner. I lost my job all because my new superior at work really had it in for me. Any idea why? Couldn't tell you why he hated me so much, just that he did. Started getting blamed for anything and everything. Didn't matter whether it was my fault or not. In the end, even my own workers lost faith in me. Worked so hard to build up my place in the company to get my coworkers' trust. I had everything up to my retirement worked up. Decades of hard work and planning all gone in a flash. Life lost all meaning afterwards. Guess I had to have been hit pretty hard. I mean, if you work there for decades, I mean, you still have some retirement saved up, right? I mean, what kind of labor laws we got cooking up in Calvert? That's putting it lightly. That was basically all I had. I'm still single. I don't have any hobbies or skills. Can't help but wonder where I went wrong. Did I do something to piss off Adios? I know I told him wouldn't butt in. The client trusted me with him. That means I gotta at least try and change his mind. Looks like I have a little bit of room to do that, luckily. Question is, should I try and convince him the old-fashioned way? And give him the cold shoulder and see how he reacts to that? I mean, I would feel really bad if I pretended to abandon him and then he jumped in front of the train. I don't know if I could deal with the moral, with the, like, in theory, if this was a real situation. Honestly, I'd tell you, you're just gonna let your boss fucking win, you loser. You know, if he hates you so much, he probably wants you to kill yourself. You're gonna let him win? Cringe. Even though I feel like, because pretend to abandon him feels like the wrong option, so it's probably right, but I couldn't bring myself to pick that one. Let me get this straight. You got fired because the superior of yours blamed you for stuff you didn't do, right? That's right, what of it? There's your way out of this then, sue his ass. Don't make me laugh. You really think he'd leave evidence lying around that incriminates him? No way the company wouldn't cover it all up. It'd be next to impossible to beat him in court. Without me, you mean? Van handed the man his business card. I'm a Spriggan. For some reason, people know what that means, despite it literally never actually being explained. I mean, you can figure it out through context clues, but it is kind of weird that we keep talking about Spriggans despite never actually having been mentioned before. I take on jobs you can't bring to the police at the guild. Bit outside my usual scope, but I'm feeling generous, so I'll make an exception. And also, like, Van's the only Spriggan, as far as we know, like 20 hours in. I mean, I guess there's others, because they kind of taught like it's a common thing that everyone knows about, but, you know, they're not like a previously established concept. Like, at least like Jaegers, for instance, like, you know, that's kind of like a word already that makes sense in the context in which they're used. And there's been, like, you know, mini games to build that up previously, like what they are in universe. I get you whatever you need, evidence you need to win in trial, guaranteed. So you're the Spriggan I've heard so much about. Hard to believe you can pull off the miracle I need for this, but never mind. I'd rather not try my luck. How come? This is my job. As long as you pay, I'll make sure it's done right. Nah, that's just it. I just remember how exhausting it was to work there. It was like I had to stress about every little detail. I say you can get my job back, but honestly, I'm not sure if I even want it that badly. What was I even thinking? I should be happy to be out here, but I was about to kill myself for losing it. I have no idea what came over me. Hey, things happen, so what's the plan then? If you're not gonna try and get your old job back, you gotta find something else to live for. I don't know yet, but I don't think I should rush into a new job immediately. I think I need to take a little time for myself first, find a hobby, think about what I really want in life, and then I can start searching. I mean, if you've worked there for decades, plural, that means you've been there at least 20 years, right? 20 years, you're single, you got no hobbies, all you do is work. I mean, you should be pretty damn close to retirement. At least being, like, semi-retired. Like that, or your ass is really bad with money. So, or your job sucks pretty bad and you shouldn't really feel that bad about losing it. I never would have guessed leaving that bag behind would save my life. I guess it did. While I'm thinking about it, here you go. This is a pretty cool quest, though. Van handed the man his bag. I went through so much trouble to get this thing, but I can't even imagine using it now. I think you said the stall owner was the one who asked you to find me? The least I can do is pay you on her behalf. It was more than worth it getting the chance to talk to you. Works for me. I don't care who does as long as I get paid. I'll let her know you settled the bill. Or you could not. Yeah, don't tell her, Van. Plus chaos points. Best head on home for today. I've done enough drinking for one night, and it'd be better to cool my head and do some thinking. You're a lifesaver, young man. Literally. I'll never forget the debt I owe you. Next train arrived soon after, and Van made sure the man safely boarded it. Afterward, he finished up the job by calling Sheena with the details of what had
That
happened.
takes care of that.
Mira deposit confirmed.
But yeah, that's like a really good little kind of minor quest. I mean, I just kind of like the concept of it too, right? Of just, or like the, you know, broaching the topic, basically.
Hey, did you see? There's a new movie.
Suppose I should go home now.
It feels like a bit more serious than most of the quests. You know, find my wallet. Find my cat. Kill a monster. Even if, you know, killing yourself because you lost your job is, you know, I mean, especially if you, like, you live alone, it's a little cringe. Because it's not even like, oh no, my family, what will they think? I can't, you know, I feel so bad because I let them, granted, you know, killing yourself is like, you know, probably the shittiest thing you could do in that situation. Unless you're like, I got a big life insurance policy or something, but... But even then, sometimes those don't pay out in those situations. Oh yeah, I didn't watch a movie. How the... I guess we go talk to the lady.
If you have a ticket, please proceed to the entrance. Hello.
What do I want? What's playing right now? Oh, I didn't even hit the button. I was just hitting the button to advance the text, man. I think I'm gonna see.
Why not buy a
So
souvenir
what they
ticket?
say? This side is like a medical drama. It's like a tearjerker. Sure. Let's grab a seat. Sober curious. I mean, that's too mainstream for us. Sean, a doctor in training, works at a general hospital in Anchorville. After a major traffic incident occurs on the Autobahn that connects Anchorville to Edith, the hospital is filled with scores of injured patients. Strapped for resources, the hospital staff makes the hard decision to assign priority to certain patients. The Sean, is this a different Sean? It was spelled different earlier, right? No, it's not. I thought it was spelled with a U earlier. I was like, I thought he just changed his name. Like 4 sentences later, I just read it wrong. To Sean, this idea is revolting. The very notion of prioritizing one life over another makes him sick to his stomach. Then, after scanning the priority list, he reaches a boiling point, culminating in a head-to-head conversation with his supervisor, Dr. Brown.
What the hell is this? Why was that girl they just brought in pushed to the back of the list?
No insurance. Fuck her.
With the flick of a pen, you decided her fate. Do you get a kick out of holding people's lives in the palm of your hand?
Pull yourself together. You aren't a bright-eyed student anymore. The probability of us saving that girl is slim to none. Triage exists so we can save as many lives as possible. Open your eyes to reality.
Screw reality! At least give me an emergency medical tent I can use. I'll save that girl. Even if I have to do it myself.
And then the girl died. The end. A few minutes prior during the movie, What happened? Where did my notes go? Oh no. Looking for this? Oh yes, thank you so much. You don't know how much I appreciate it. These notes are so important to me. I would have hated to lose them. You were writing a ton of stuff down while that movie was playing? Were you jotting down the plot for future reference? Not so much the plot as how the actors perform. Watching them gave me a lot of really good food for thought. Especially when it came to Sean, the main character. The way he looked so powerless as he argued with the supervisor, you could see so many emotions running through him at once. It was incredible. Absolutely, masterclass in acting right there. I guess you could have saved and saw both of them, but eh. You've got pretty sophisticated taste for a high schooler. That movie's pretty subdued, all things considered. You in the drama club at Armis or something? Something like that. I'm actually studying to try and become an actress after I graduate. Nice, good for you. Sure it ain't easy, but with passion like that, you might just make it. Thank you, I hope so. Anyway, I have to get going now. See you later. Well, let's we'll look and see what our nearest save was. I feel like I've seen her somewhere before. I presume she was the girl we saw talking earlier. Couldn't be, could it? Looks like they're selling commemorative brochures for the movie. Maybe I should pick one up as a souvenir. Let's see. That was the girls right before, so. We'll do a little time lording.
Hello.
I didn't find out what happened though. I don't know. I feel like the girl probably died. That's what I choose to believe. You know, hit you with a little heavy dose of realism. Real gut punch. Lily is an actress whose career spanned 2 decades. Despite her grueling schedule and the ceaseless pressure that comes with the job, she finds great meaning in her work. She derives satisfaction from the process of transforming into another person, into someone who isn't her. And that feeling pushes her further and further in her career. She is utterly consumed by it, inebriated by it. And that inebriation gives rise to something new. One day, Lily began to hear a voice inside her head, a voice from another version of herself. And this is but one of many conversations between the two. Actually sounds kind of interesting.
You have got to be kidding me. They passed me over for her?
It's kind of like a Birdman thing, I guess.
Who does that little minx think she is? She gets roles left and right, and yet her acting is garbage. Why do you spend so much time obsessing over younger actresses? And did you really have to sleep with that producer? Isn't that going a little overboard? This is a dog-eat-dog industry. One night with that cretin is nothing if it gets me some work. This is getting us nowhere. I'm so tired of all this. I just want to get away. I'll go back to the old me and... Okay, then answer me this. Which of us is the old you? Whenever that question is posed, their arguments end on the spot. Mirror, mirror on the wall. Who is real and who's the thrall?
Well. Of all the people I could have run into here, had to be you. I feel like we saw Dingo in the tutorial, so that's who I'm guessing. It was. Can't say I'm all that surprised to see you. It definitely strikes me as your kind of flick. You're not wrong. After all the reviews I got, I had to check it out for myself. They all talked about how Nike Marceau's portrayal of insanity made it an unusual movie, which got my attention. I also heard stories of that woman from our friend in Langport from time to time too. They gave me another reason to see it. Our friend in Langport, huh? He must mean... Oh yeah, I forgot those two go back a long way. That's interesting. Truth be told, I found the direction to be a little obtuse. Definitely the kind of movie that's tailor-made for a particular kind of audience. Fair enough. I'd say the core of the movie was the dialogue between the two Lilies that her warped mind gave rise to. Their back-and-forth projects a certain sense of dissonance that makes it difficult to pin down who Lily even is as a person. The movie weaves truth and fiction together and is an exploration of what people become, and they can no longer tell the two of them apart. At least that's what it's about in my opinion. Damn, look at you getting all intellectual on me. Not good enough being Edith's most handsome guy in town, huh? Gotta be its smartest, too. What can I say? It's a movie that made me think. We should get together for drinks when both of us have some time to breathe. I want to talk shop about movies some more with you. Van's conversation in the theater continued for a brief period. Soon enough, however, the two sides parted ways in the lobby. Looks like they're selling commemorative. Yeah. Look at that. We're best friends with the old dingster, as they say. But alright. We'll go with our first choice, though.
Hey, did you see? There's a new.
How about some nice hello?
What the hell? This is you weren't
Thanks
here
for shop-
earlier. Tyrell is one of the more hip and modern parts of the city, so naturally people who visit want their sweets to look aesthetic. When it comes to what I sell, people say my gelato looks great on camera. And as long as people come to see the charm in the well-made sweets, I don't care what brings them in. Take all the pics you want. Alrighty, we are able to leave, I believe. Did I check the bookstore?
I see.
I know
welcome.
We talked to you, but we already bought this. We already bought it. We already got the
I hope to see you
got
again.
the cash money spent. We got all the books. So, I believe that means we can head on back
Off we go.
to the gen- Whoa, wait.
Oh.
We never talked to the Orbman.
Why, hello.
Where are they at? Oh, and maybe the cat's up there. But yeah, I kind of,
Welcome.
since you
Thanks
guys
for
don't show
stopping
up as a
by.
dot, I kind of like tune you out. And actually, we got a letter from Dad the other day. He says that he's about ready to come home, but I don't know. I believe when I see him. He opened up the shop himself, didn't he? I don't think I've ever actually met the guy. Yeah, he's always out on some trip somewhere, so it's not often you see him around. And then my sister. Two of them just do whatever they want. There's no talking them out of it. The old man should be fine out there. It's just really frustrating when he stops sending letters. Where is he gallivanting it off to now? Wish he'd keep in touch instead of just dropping off the radar all the time.
Do you know what you want?
Fuck
I
you.
hope to see you again. Do you know what you want?
No, I don't
I
know.
hope to see you again.
Okay? You made me so mad I got a hiccup.
Ask me anything. Really.
Okay. Why don't you sell Action 2s?
Come again,
We're waiting
if you want.
for the answer. I had too many customers today. I'm out of social points, but they all gave me some really fun jobs. Somebody brought in this wristwatch that got run over by a car. I pretty much had to rebuild it from scratch. I love machines with all the really precise bits. Smiling up a storm there. You're kind of cute when you're tinkering with stuff. Then she gets her gun and shoots him on the spot. Oh, whoa, wait, let's talk to the kitty cat. Wait, you're not a kitty cat. You're a fucking... What the hell? Where are you? You have a room? I didn't pay attention to this many floors. Where's the cat? There you are. Where's where you would be. Okay, but yeah, I guess I do see all the... I guess this is where all the future party members go. Welcome to my room. Yo, haven't been in here since I helped you carry your stuff in. Looks like you settled in nicely. Yeah, thanks to everyone helping me buy my groceries. And the guys at Montmartre are really kind. They let me borrow a bunch of their old furniture and stuff. Wow, ain't that nice. Just let me know if there's anything I can get you, or if you need help with whatever. Thank you so much. Yeah, there's not really too much to investigate. We got bullets, got a knife, some, I don't know, energy powder. I still get a little homesick every now and then, but I'm having so much fun here. I have so much to tell everyone when I get back home. She doesn't know what exiled mean, does she? Alright, we will call it here. And next time, we will get ready to head out to the next main location and maybe get us a new party member or two or several. Maybe 8. Maybe we'll get 8 party members in the next town. That'd be pretty cool. Maybe a little much. I'll settle for 1, honestly. But you never know. Could be 8. Could be. Goodbye.